So Donald Trump, not in these exact words, but basically admitted this week that a lot of the things that he's been doing, a lot of the policies, a lot of the executive orders that he's been signing off on was all made with the intention of getting black people back into the field.
Those inner city black people should be doing the farm labor, but according to Trump, they're just too lazy.
Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's a girl Cindy and I'm back again with another video. I trust you guys are having a beautiful and wonderful time today out there. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, hi, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So President Donald Trump says that he wants all the immigrants that he deported to return back to the US. I don't know if you have heard about this. Of course, this is what is trending. I don't know, because I saw a clip, I saw a video. I will try to see if I can roll the clip, but if you couldn't find the video, please, I would suggest that you look for it on TikTok, but I will try to see if I can, roll the clip. But hear me out. Okay, so basically, he is regretting his actions. So all this while that we've been hearing deportation, he's going to deport a lot of people. At some point, did he not know that he's going to create a vacuum? Because these people were doing the jobs that his people refused to do. Right? And now he is regretting deporting them. According to him, that the people living in the inner city are not taking up the jobs. So was he expecting, for instance, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud and this is what people are saying. Was he expecting black people to take up these jobs? I don't know. Please correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. I just want us to please have this conversation. Let's just talk about this. Because why is it that they are not asking that people to, do these jobs? Like they left a job for black people. I don't know, make it make sense. Wow. So now he is asking them to come back legally. Maybe, I don't know how they're gonna do it. He is asking them to come back, apply for visa, and maybe the chances of giving them visa will be very high just for them to come back and take back the jobs that they left behind. Right now, in the comment section, some people are saying that they should not come back, they should not accept the offer. They should give him some kind of conditions or something. I don't know, because people are saying a lot. I just want to know your take in the comment section. I mean, what do you all think? Anyways, you guys, as you all know, I have put together a few videos, reaction videos from TikTok. Let us hear what people are saying, about this situation. Because people are literally laughing in the comment section and they are asking what he was thinking when he was deporting people massively. Check these videos out.
So Donald Trump, not in these exact words, but basically admitted this week that a lot of the things that he's been doing, a lot of the policies, a lot of the executive orders that he's been signing off on was all made with the intention of getting black people back into the field. It was made with the intention of getting black people back into the field. All right, so on Tuesday, Donald Trump made an appearance, on CNBC's Squawk Box. And on that platform, he actually made a lot of commentary in regards to the situation with the deportations, migrant workers, the state of America's agriculture, and he made comments on inner city people not doing farm work. I want you to always remember that when they mention inner city, that means black. In Donald Trump's exact words, people that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They've tried. We've tried. Everybody tried. They don't do it. These people do it naturally. They don't get a bad back because if they get a bad back, they die. He also went on to say that they are very, very, very special people and they cannot be easily replaced. Remember what I said, anytime that they mention the words inner city, Inner city people, inner city communities, inner city neighborhoods, that's black. That's code for black. Black, blackity black, okay? Black people. And it is because of that exact commentary that it reconfirms for me, okay? Not confirms, but reconfirms, meaning that I already knew. But it reconfirms that the plan from the very beginning with these executive orders, right, was to further destabilize black communities, further destabilize poor communities, but black mainly, so that you could put pressure on these communities so that you could get them to go back into the field, right? And then once you get them back in the field, bingo, you've made America great again. Modernize slavery. But black people said, fuck you and this little game that you want to play. Since we are the most valuable player on the scoreboard, we will remove ourselves and let's see if this game is still going to continue. And that's in fact what we're seeing right now. Donald Trump thought that by forcing all of these other people out, taking away our Medicaid, doing all of these things to further destabilize our community, that we would conform, that we would just do what he wants us to do, what the whites of this world, what white supremacy wants us to do. But black people decided to pull a Uno reverse and they did nothing, which is something that they're not used to black people doing. They're used to black people having this spirit of rebellion, having this spirit of revolution. But instead, black people decided that, you know what, I'm going to preserve my energy for me and my people, but I'm also going to remove myself from this game entirely. And now everything is starting to crumble. The way that the America agriculture is taking a huge hit right now because of Donald Trump and his deportations. Like, I don't think that you understand how much America survives off of the labor of undocumented workers. And when I say y'all, I mean all the other races. Black people knew, because black people were telling you. They told you, don't do this. Don't do this, because we're not going back in the field. Don't do this, but y'all didn't listen. And just to put into retrospect of how important undocumented migrant workers are to the agriculture economy here in America, the U.S. Department of Agriculture reports that roughly 42% of crop workers are undocumented, with nearly 70% being foreign-born. This labor is essential in states like California and Texas, where up to 80% of farm workers lack legal status. Donald Trump signed off on a lot of these executive orders back in January. It is now August, and in between that time, he has done a parade of chaotic shit, trying to put pressure on the black community, but the black community has refused to fold. They have not folded. And it's not just the black community, but the legal Hispanic community here, the legal Latinos here, the Browns, and every other race that sees what this administration has been trying to do from the very beginning. They have not folded. And because of that, everything that he has signed off on in January is starting to bite him in the ass in August. And to all of you people out there that had so much to say in regards to the black community and the 92% and them actually deciding to stand down and not participate, to not get involved, to protect their peace, all of the critiques that you had on their decision, let this be your example. Let this be your primary example as to why you should stay the fuck out of black people business. Stay the fuck out of black people business. You had so much to say in regards to our decision and wanting to stand the fuck back and deciding to remove ourselves from this entire game altogether, right? Now, you see that black people actually knew what the fuck they were doing. They knew what the fuck they were doing. They told you were going to need these people because they weren't doing it anymore. They told you they wasn't going to do it anymore. You still got rid of them people. You still got rid of the migrants. You still did and went through with the mass deportations, and now you guys want food. But you thought that the black people was going to get into the field. No, they wasn't going to do it. They wasn't going to do it. They wasn't going to do it. And now you see why they decided from the very beginning, oh, I see how this is going to play out. Exit stage left.
I just want to ask one question. Why would inner city people work on farms? So all this while they've been saying black jobs, black jobs. That's what they were referring to. Now, another question, don't come for me. I'm just asking a question respectfully. So, white people, y'all don't want to go, y'all don't want to work on the farm? Like, y'all do not want to take up the jobs? I'm just asking. So y'all were hoping on black people. Oh, let them go, let them go, let them go. We've got black people here. They're going to take up the jobs. Okay. Okay.
Y'all, so apparently the Republicans thought if they got rid of the illegals and they put more financial pressure on the black communities and the people of color that are American citizens, that we would want to go in the fields and we would want to basically that we would want to do the work that the previous citizens that hadn't yet to obtain their citizenship would do. Now, hear me out. When the produce immediately changed, at first I was a little annoyed. I live in Arizona for perspective. So yeah, they here. They out here for real. And it hit us immediately. It hit us immediately. Do you hear me? When the produce went bad at first, and not bad, but like it just was, you could tell. Like you can tell the difference. At first I was a little annoyed, but then I sat back and was like, nah, actually, no, for real. That's what they need. They need to see that. And it wasn't just the produce. That's the crazy part. It was the produce and so much other shit that immediately like came like a wave through Arizona. They needed that wake-up call. I've been staring at a house that has been taking upwards of at least, I want to say 7-8 months to finish. Before they left, I used to watch, because this is where I live at, the whole strip is being developed. I watched them complete an entire development in under a year. I watched them complete an entire development in under a year. For perspective, it's a big ass development too. The entire development was done in under a year. There are houses on this strip in the past 6 months, they just been sitting. I had to stand still. Crickets, where y'all at? When the produce went bad, I was annoyed at first, but then I said, no, they need this wake-up call. They need to know the contribution, citizenship or not, that these people actually make to this country. They need to understand that a land that was already built off of stolen land does not give you the right to kick people out when their ancestors were indigenous to this land. You need to understand the contribution and the amount of work that they did the jobs you didn't want to do, that I don't want to do on a daily basis. You also need to understand their contribution. Now, Trump wants to bring them back legally. Because he's like, them niggas is not trying to get out there in the sun. And they not trying to do none of that work. And not. Why? So you can treat us 10 times worse? You going to have to pay to play, baby. You going to have to pay them people to come back here. You going to have to pay them people to come back here. Y'all humiliated them in front of the whole world in the nastiest, most vicious ways. You going to have to pay them people to come back here. Oh, and just so you know, our produce has increased. So I know they let some of y'all back in. I know they let some of them back in. Don't lie. I know they pushed some of them applications through and was like, listen, when can you clock back in? Okay? Everything's going to shit. I bet it is. I bet it is. I bet it is. You need to issue a very public apology. You need to offer them something. Offer them something. Offer them something. Excluding the Cubans that was like, oh my God. I vote for Donald Trump. Lead them out. They wasn't doing no work, no way. They wasn't doing no work, no motherfucking way. They think that they white. Lead them out. But yeah, y'all, Donald Trump said that because the black people don't want to do the jobs that the illegal citizens that they deported, because they don't want to do those jobs, they gonna have to let some people back in. Y'all, they built Alligator Alcatraz without even so much as thinking about. And now that I think about it, I don't think that they're gonna let them back in. without putting them through like a Squid Games kind of situation? Let me know what y'all think. Am I the only one that's clocking T? Because you just built Alligator Alcatraz. And there has been a 60-minute video about you dumping people's bodies in the ocean and bodies washing up along the shore. So, I don't know. Maybe you should have thought this one through.
So I know Donald Trump ain't regretting deportation, huh? Wait a minute, did I read that right? Did I hear that right? Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. So you regretting deportation. You went around and had ICE snatch them people clean about the fields. Arrested them, took them to countries that wasn't even their own original countries, and put them in camps that look like concentration camps. For what? Did you think you had another race that you can pop into those jobs? Did you think you can pay another race as little as you were paying those people from other countries who were here illegally? That's what you thought. You thought if you put the pressure, jack the prices up of everything, make it high, make people around here struggle, that you was going to have a certain race that would run to those jobs. I bet you I know which race you thought it was going to be. I ain't going to take it there, but y'all know. But see, Dino, let me put you up on something. Our ancestors, were forced to be in those fields. Our ancestors lack knowledge. They were unable to go to school and be educated and learn how to read, learn how to count, learn anything about handling business. They were forced. They were just tossed there, told whatever, and they had to do it. Shout out to our ancestors. Shout out to all the people who fought to give us equal right, fought to give us education, fought to give us our own mind, fought so we can go to school and learn business, fought to just simply teach us 1 + 1 = 2. We are not our ancestors. We are not our ancestors. Do you hear me? Dino. Boy, if FAFO ain't just, circling around the White House right now, you done fucked around and found out, didn't you? Bye, y'all.
Donald Trump is having regrets about the people that he has deported, and now he's talking about bringing them back. Of course, he's saying on Fox that, we want them to learn and be educated and then come back legally, and that sounds all well and good, but he also goes on to say that it's punishing the farmers because they now don't have people to work their fields, and there's nobody who's going to go and do that type of work in America. And it's almost as if we said, yeah, we told you so. And what is the process of bringing these people back legally? He has no plan. He's just throwing shit out. But what it shows is a huge miscalculation. It was supposed to be, according to Donald Trump and his supporters, what they claim now. It's supposed to be the violent criminals. When you start rounding up people at their green card interviews and you're going to their place of employment, it's no longer about violent criminals. It's about the racist behavior of profiling and just grabbing anybody who is brown and getting them the hell out of America. And now you found out that America's farmers and workforce is built around people like this who will do hard labor tasks. You're now wanting to re-bring them back because you realize you fucked up so badly when you did that. So just add this to the long list of the bumbling, fumbling missteps of Donald Trump.
To all the people Trump deported, y'all should be proud. Because Trump just sat on Fox Live and said the quiet part out loud. To all the people Trump deported, y'all should be proud because Trump just sat on Fox Live and said the quiet part out loud. Trump just said, I kicked all of them out too fast. We thought once we kicked them out, all the people in urban communities, aka black people, was going to get back in these fields. Trump, what the hell you thought this was? Selma? Hell no, we ain't doing that. Nigga, we'll sell t-shirts on our truck before we do that. I hope that wasn't part of the game plan originally. Trump said, listen, we got to get some of the people from that we kicked out the country back. We got to get them back legally. We'll give them their papers and all. We ain't got no damn farmers. You didn't think about this before you kicked them out? Huh? Listen, the last people who were doing that, their last name was Tubman and shit like that. We ain't into that no more. We got black businesses. We'll figure it out here. Okay, we'll buy a couple stamps. We ain't doing that. Listen, to all the African people, Haitian, Spanish, whoever got kicked out of the country, even people who was doing good in their country in England And British people, listen, he needs y'all back. He ain't think about it. This is your time to get your paperwork together and come back legally so that way nobody can mess with y'all for generations to come, okay? Trump said, listen, I thought about it. I kicked y'all out, but our economy wasn't ready for that. The economy said, oh, wait a minute, nigga. Oh, this ain't that type of party, okay? So now he working on getting them back. Now, Trump did say some wild stuff about, he asked some farmers, what happened if they back break. I'm not even repeating that whole joke because it's kind of crazy. But Trump, I don't think nobody proofread what he got to say. I don't think he read none of the stuff that they tell him to say. I think he just say whatever come to mind. Listen, Trump said he got to get the illegals back so they can be legal, okay? I'm just here to bring y'all the news. I'm just the messenger.
Immigrants were not born to pick your fruit, okay? That is not what they were born to do. Donald Duck said that the reason why he's taking back all these raids and people getting deported is because the fields are empty. People are not doing the job because immigrants are not here. And that people from the city, he used a particular term, people from the city, they tried, but nobody else wants to do the job. So immigrants do it so easily because they were born to do that. No, they do it because they have to. Because Latinos are fucking hustlers. Because Latinos know that they're here to do whatever the fuck they have to do to make some money. That is why they do that. You think they have fun doing it? You think they were born and their dream was to go work in the fields? No. But they know they're the underdog, and they don't use that as an excuse. They're hustlers. They'll figure it out. They'll do whatever the fuck they have to do. So yeah, the jobs that nobody else wants to do, they'll do it. If it means making money to support their family, yeah, they'll do it. So stop feeding that narrative, because that is insane. They are more than just fruit pickers or construction workers. They are humans. They are people.
So, did you hear that Trump pulled out a racist trope from the era of American slavery when talking about undocumented workers? Yeah, he was being interviewed on CNBC when he said this about people from Central and South America working on American farms.
These people do it naturally. They don't get a bad back because if they get a bad back, they die.
These people do it naturally. That's precisely what slaveholders said about enslaved African Americans to justify slavery. They claimed the natural place of African Americans in the world was to be enslaved because they naturally had lower intelligence and naturally had bodies that could withstand hard labor, long hours, infectious diseases, and extreme heat. Or as Trump put it, they could be worked almost to death and, quote, they don't get a bad back. According to enslavers, black people occupied a position in the natural order that was a notch or two above livestock, but well below the status of white people. That's clearly how Trump sees the largely Latino workforce laboring on American farms. But Trump wasn't done with the racism. He made it clear that in his ideal world, black Americans would be the ones laboring in those fields. But alas.
You know, people that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They're just not doing that work. And they've tried, we've tried, everybody tried. They don't do it.
There you have it. Those inner city black people should be doing the farm labor. But according to Trump, they're just too lazy. As he put it, we, white people, have tried everything, but they, black people, refuse to work. So much racism in just a few sentences. And the eggs, still expensive.
So I took some screenshots of comments randomly so you guys can see what other people said about this. Please pause to read this comment if you want to. Now, some people in the comments are saying that President Donald Trump is not regretting deporting those immigrants. He thought all this while that black people are gonna do the jobs. Now, honestly, I don't know what to say anymore. Because black people were saying it. That if you all let these people go, they are not gonna go back to the field. They will not do it. And trust me, they're not gonna do it. Because I've been seeing loads of reactions. I mean, make it make sense. Why do you all want black people to do those jobs? And what happened to your people? I mean, so they would just sit back, relax, and watch black people do all them jobs? Like, make it make sense. This is 2025. You should have thought about this. You should have thought about this. Now, well, I don't know. Like, I am short of words. I don't know what to say. I just thought to react to this because it is trending. And you all have heard from black people they are not going back in. They are not. And if someone ever said to you that black people will go back to the field, baby, they lied to you. Literally. But anyways, this is what people are saying. But let me know what you all think in the comment section, what you have to say. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, subscribe, and of course, come back for another video. I'm gonna see y'all in my next one. Y'all have a fabulous day. Much love. Bye.